Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys how to improve at trios, competitive solos, and competitive duos. These topics will have their separate videos eventually on my channel, but for the time being, these are going to be a bunch of generalization tips that will, help you in a trio situation, duo situation, even a squad situation if you are playing competitive squads, and in a solo situation as well. Anyways, guys, let's get right into the video. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you do enjoy the video as well. So guys, the first thing, and I can't stress this enough, the first tip is to make sure that if you're a solo, are playing competitive solo scrims. If you're a duo, you and your team are playing competitive duo scrims, and so on and so forth. Competitive trio scrims and competitive squad scrims, if that's what you are. Now, I understand that it is probably hard to find a teammate for these things, but what I would recommend is going into the competitive scrim channels on Discord. Go into one of those servers, and there's usually a looking for group, and there's usually a looking for group if you're looking for a competitive permanent trio, or if you're looking for someone to just have fun playing the scrims with. Now, the reason why I recommend playing scrims is because these are usually simulating what an actual competitive Fortnite match would be. I would recommend not doing any of the, competitive scrims where it's like, oh, no fighting till third zone. Make sure that it is a competitive scrim that is just going to be played like a normal match, which, by the way, most of these clips that you're seeing past their arena clips are going to be in a competitive solo scrim. I'll make sure to put the server that I was in down in the description below. Anyways, guys, moving on to the second tip, and this one is going to be a tip for all three once again. So this tip is to practice in realistic 1v1s, trying to finish fights as quick as possible. Because most pro players, if you watch them, you'll notice that when they're playing in those competitive games, they are trying to finish early game fights and mid game fights, and especially those late game fights, as quick as possible. Because if you don't, then you could possibly end up getting third partied or lobby focused, especially in those stacked end games. So make sure you are going, if you are a solo player, into those realistic 1v1s with the current weapons, current meta of course, and making sure that you are attempting to finish that realistic 1v1 as quick as possible. There is a matchmaking, and I will most likely remember to put in a code for the realistic 1v1 that's the most up to date in the description below. If you are, of course, a trio or a duo trying to get into competitive, and you want to practice this with all of you guys, all you guys together want to practice this, there are 3v3 maps and there are 2v2 maps that you can go into. I'll put the most up to date one down in the description below. Anyways, guys, one of the final tips is going to be to make sure that you all understand. This is more towards the duo or trio side of competitive. You want to make sure that you all understand what each other's positions are. You want to make sure one person understands their support slash fragger, and another one knows that they are IGL or just a fragger. The IGL will usually not be a fragger. As a matter of fact, they'll usually get the least amount of kills. I'm going to describe all of these positions to you guys now, just in case you guys don't know. Most of you guys probably do, but just in case. The fragger is going to be the person that is attempting to get the most amount of kills they can and make sure that their team can have plenty of points. They want to make sure their team can get as many points as possible from eliminations, and they want to at least try and drop like 10, 12 kills per game. This is really important in competitive Fortnite, as for the fact that you will be needing to get quite a few points just to qualify, especially in FNCS and DreamHack. You'll need quite a few points to actually qualify, and kills is a great way of doing that. The support will usually be the person with the most meds, and will usually be a support slash fragger, because they will be trying to get as many mats and like as many good weapons for the Fragger and as many mats as they can for the IGL, and they'll be trying to make sure the IGL does not die and stays alive. A support is a great thing to have in every team, but you do not need to have it in every team. It's recommended for competitive Fortnite, especially if you're trying to go pro, but it's not needed. The final thing I'm going to describe is if you're the IGL. If you're the IGL, what you'll normally be doing is you'll normally be attempting to end up, telling your team, oh, we should rotate over here, telling your team where people are, and also making sure that you are the tunneler. You'll be the main tunneler, making sure that your team doesn't have to go through an entire edit course. This is very important. So if your team has to go through an entire edit course and you're not tunneling very well and you're not very consistent at it, what's the point of you being the IGL then? You might as well just be another support. Now, if your team can't get chemistry in the first, I would say 3 weeks, then your team's just not going to work. Without good chemistry, you'll probably end up fighting and blaming each other for each other's deaths, and you just don't want that in a competitive Fortnite team. Anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.